Good morning, everyone, and welcome to London. Mr. President, Emmanuel, it's a pleasure to have you with us. Together with your team, you're all very welcome, and we're much looking forward to this session. This week, we've celebrated a unique relationship, our shared history with a hugely successful state visit, and it has been hugely successful. Now, today, it's our task to look forward, to apply our collective strength and leadership to the challenges that we face today on behalf of the people that we respectively serve. This summit will signal a step change in our partnership to deliver greater prosperity and security for working people, building on our new agreement with the EU, which of course you referenced last night. In uncertain times, we achieve more by strengthening our relationship with our allies. So that is what today is all about, working together on the priorities that we share as two nations. For us, it's about delivering the changes that the British people want to see. We all agree the situation in the Channel cannot go on as it is. So we're bringing new tactics into play and a new level of intent to tackle illegal migration and break the business model of the criminal gangs. We're also deepening our economic cooperation to boost growth and to create jobs. And we're celebrating the new investment into Sizewell C, helping to strengthen our energy security and protect bill payers for many years to come. We're also updating the historic Lancaster House Treaty, an ambition that we put in motion very early on to strengthen our collective defence and security as Europe's only nuclear powers, providing about 40% of European defence spending. We share a unique responsibility for the security of this continent. It is right that we step up and take on that responsibility together, whilst also delivering a defence dividend for our people. And it's also right that we lead the response on Ukraine. Later today, Emmanuel and I will bring the coalition of the willing together again to rally even more support to keep Ukraine in the fight for now and to drive Putin to the negotiating table. On all these fronts, we're working to meet danger and uncertainty together with a show of force, a show of unity. And I want to thank everybody here for all the work that has been done to prepare for today. I'm very much looking forward to our discussions. And let me turn, Emmanuel, Mr. President, to you to say a few words.
Thank you, Mr. Prime Minister. Thank you first for hosting us and for the perfect and warm organization of the state visit. And indeed, today we open a new phase with the summit. And allow me to say a few words in French for our media. Merci beaucoup, cher Keir, Monsieur le Président.
Thank you so much, dear Keir, ministers, for the work done in the lead up to this summit. As you've just recalled, this summit is of prime importance. 9 years after Brexit, agreement's been reached with your resolve, our shared resolve of opening a new chapter and try and collectively re-engage in the face of common challenges. For as you referred at the last meeting that was held with the EU institutions in May, to move forward at several fronts, and indeed we would like collectively, together, hand in hand, to build what will allow us to address the looming challenges. On the economic front, we know the need, as we're key partners at a time, we're key partners on both sides of the Channel, the need to revive our economies through a more integrated capital investment markets. It's one of the priorities of the EU, but the London financial centre wants us. It means that we need to have a coordinated approach with you, reviving investors, many sectors, our ambition, joint ambition on AI and on areas of capabilities, innovation, strategic for us. I'm thinking of what was concluded in the space front with the satellite venture. We welcome that. And, of course, on security issues and migration here again, the relationship is key. These past few years, you've known France's commitment, and our ministers have indeed opened a new phase of the political agreement that's sealed today is of importance because we share the same resolve to fight against illegal criminal gangs with strong coordination with other EU states. As we've said, the ministers have worked on that. France is the final point before entry into the UK. But these men and women, obviously, roots of poverty who are exploited by these smugglers. We must work with entry point countries into Europe and to stem these entry points. We have common resolve in fighting this trafficking, protecting our people and the men and women from these smugglers, and engage all countries that have a co-responsibility of our side. This is something EU wishes to take forward and starts with a bilateral discussion must be broadened. I think that's the momentum underway through this summit and in line what was done through the Calais group. In terms of defence and security, we have a solid history in no way impacted by Brexit. However, this summit will kickstart some key issues in terms of capacity building, strategic for our two armed forces together constitute what is really the bedrock of this European NATO pillar, to be able to be a framework nations, to project ourselves on several theatre of operations. Defend European soil at the site of our allies is paramount, and I welcome the fact that this can seal, first of all, breakthroughs in terms of strategic capability and common efforts, but really take it to the next level in terms of capabilities on more sensitive issues such as nuclear deterrence. Work's been finalized of importance, so we'll return to that. On the diplomatic front, European affairs here again, this summit will allow us to move forward, as you recall, Prime Minister, with a shared resolve to support Ukraine, and we'll have occasion this afternoon to hold a new coalition of the willing session to reaffirm our resolve over time to support our Ukrainian friends financially, militarily, with support capabilities to up the level of pressure on Russia in close conjunction between yourselves, the EU and the United States, in order to bring Putin back to the negotiating table with a robust and lasting peace. What we've done with February for the coalition of the willing is key. We'll review events in the Middle East where our countries historically have a strong responsibility guaranteeing pluralism, stability, and there are several key issues. Coordination is absolutely key between us on nuclear power in Iran and peace and security for all in the Middle East. And lastly, on the energy front, as you mentioned, welcome the agreement reached on Sizewell C, and after the commitment on Hinkley Point, it's a new phase that we're securing in terms of investment. It's also a whole generation of investment nuclear capabilities that are key for both the sovereignty and decarbonization of our economy, moving and interconnections that we need to move forward. It's one of the priorities for me. I'd like to thank our ministers for all the work put in ahead of the summit, the conclusions that we'll be reaching. And thank you, Prime Minister, for your commitment. You said at the outset, and I believe the resolve that you're moving forward to re-engage with Europe, first and foremost with France, is a paramount priority in an increasingly uncertain world that we've seen these past few weeks. Wars, destabilization of trade in our economies, our ability to act jointly is a key success driver for us all. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.